So it's down to the teams who made it to the postseason winner circle. It's a pretty small list of teams. Where does yours fit in? On the softball diamond, it's the North and Torrance grudge match, and only one team wins this argument. The Lady Warriors fought their way to be one of the tops in the Bay League. Can their bats finally get hot against Lusinger? The Knights dominated the Delray League courts, but how's that postseason action coming for them? And it's the first round of the CIF playoffs. Where did the North Saxons fall in the South Bay showing? Plus, the El Camino Warriors baseball team is doing something it hasn't done since 1951. Torrance athletes and fans, you know this is the only place to see your face on TV, so it's time to get fired up because the Sports Desk starts right now. Hello and welcome. This is the Sports Desk and I'm your host, Bonnie Prickitt. This show is jam-packed, so let's now get to the great stuff. It's news from the Diamond first. The El Camino baseball team clinched their first conference title in 4 years, so the Warriors directed their attention to one goal: get to state. They hosted the CCCAA Super Regionals at home. The big question, could El Camino advance to their first state tourney since 1951? Sports Desk reporter Brandon Ortega was at the first game and gives us the scoop.
The Warriors' magic number to reach the state championship is now just 3. Head coach Nate Fernley called on freshman Andrew Polito to lead the top-seeded Warriors in their first-round game against Palomar. Polito had some tough breaks in his first ever start in the CCCAA Super Regionals. Top 5 Warriors up 5-3, runner on second. Austin Newring grounds to short, but Jeff Mura fumbles at first, and the throw is not in time. That puts runners at first and third with only 1 out. 2 outs now, 2 runners still on base. Chris Vopinek, one of El Camino's more consistent fielders, lets one get by. That slip-up allows the Comets to cut the lead to just 1. El Camino still leads 5-4. Next batter, Polito takes matters into his own hands, literally. He handles a little grounder for the 3rd out. Score is now tied at 5 as they head into the bottom of the 5th. Nate Fernley would not let his team let up. Look at the intensity on that man's face. Some serious stuff. Well, the intensity must have been contagious. First batter up, the Warriors' go-to man, Kyle Petter, singles to center. You come to expect that from Petter. He's been huge for them all year long. 2 batters later, Garrett Cooper steps up with 1 out and Petter still at first. And the big man strikes with some authority. Cooper lines one into left for another hit that allows Kyle Petter to make his way all the way to home from first. Warriors go up 6-5 now. Sophomore Bobby Martin gets into the action. He slaps another liner into left. Garrett Cooper is waved home and he'd score easily as he marches his team to a 7-5 lead now. Warriors would score 3 more to go up 9-5 heading into the 6th inning. With a comfy 4-run lead, Polito took advantage of his team's outbursts in the 5th. 1 down in the 6th, Polito strikes out Alex Meza swinging. Great screw from catcher Aaron DeGuire on that play. Seemed like Polito just got better as the game progressed. The freshman again fools another Comet. This time, Ty Affiner stares down the heat. We head into the 7th inning, Warriors still up 9-5, and the scoring wasn't quite finished. Chris Vopinek steps up and says, "You know what? I don't like you, ball. See ya." This one is gone, and he knew it. Vopinek more than makes up for his errors in the 5th with a 3-run blast. That puts the Warriors up 12-5, and that's the way it stay the rest of the game. El Camino advances past the much-important first-round game in dominant fashion. After the game, Kyle Petter talked about Andrew Polito's solid outing from the mound.
Yeah, he came out, threw the ball well. He was up in the zone a little bit, but he was able to throw strikes when we needed him to, and came up clutch for us again.
The Warriors have faced adversity more than a few times this season, but El Camino's leader was extremely happy to see how his team responded so well after the rocky errors in the 5th inning.
We just wanted to come out and win the inning, basically, and we just needed to come out and score a few runs, and was able to do that a couple times, so we got up on them, and then we were able to close them out.
With this win, the Warriors have now 7 straight games. With this first round victory, they managed 12 runs, making it the 10th time they've scored 10 or more runs in a game this season. Kyle Petter got the start in the second round, where the Warriors handled Allen Hancock 19-5. Hancock advanced past Seipert in the loser's bracket. Get another shot at the Warriors in the final round. Let's go ahead and take a look at that final game against Hancock. From the box seats at Warrior Field, it's the bottom of the third and the Warriors' first chance of getting on the scoreboard. Aaron DeGuire up at bat. He'll send a sac fly ball to center, scoring Jeff Muir for the first run of the game. Still in the third, that's Mr. Kyle Petter. Things are just starting to heat up for the Warriors. He's got to knock this one in between the gap at first and second. And John Hine was on second base. He's rounding it all the way to home, bringing in the second run for the Warriors. This next play sees the bases loaded. Drew Rodella likes his chances. He gets a second RBI single in a row for the Warriors as Josh Thompson jogs his way home. Elko 3, Hancock none. Nick Turner shows he's a true Warrior, pitching a heck of a game. 9 innings of work with 18 strikeouts, allowing only 1 run. This is the last out of the game. Check this out. My favorite play. Nick Turner dog piled. He's somewhere at the bottom of that dog pile. Congrats to Coach Nate Friendly and his staff at the Elko College and players as well. They will go to the state tournament for the first time since 1951. And you see here that final score, El Camino 3, Hancock 1 in this super regional. In the third inning is when they got it started. It's no surprise that that was a team effort. Of course, most of the credit goes to Nick Turner for coming out after 2 weeks and pitching 9 solid innings with 8 strikeouts. Good job, man. The state bracket was just released yesterday, and Ohlone College will be the Warriors' first round opponent at the state championships. We'll have a chance to maybe see some exclusive footage on next week's show, so make sure to tune in for that. What's coming up after the break? The ladies of the soap opera, otherwise known as Pioneer League softball. It's about to come to a close. The outright league champ is decided in this game, so you'll want to catch her on to see the highlights.